Anglers, how are you doing? This is Anglers 48. I'm getting my things ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Arroyo City. I've been hearing that Come On Reds has been doing really well. Good job, Sam. On this fishing trip, I'm gonna take very little equipment. I took 5 rods last weekend to Port Mansfield, and it was a disaster. Again, my first trip back from being cooped up, in shelter in place and everything, it wasn't a good experience. So today, I'm getting my things as they organized. I want to take 3 poles. This is going to be the setup. Okay. I'm gonna go over the fishing poles and the gear that I'm gonna be taking. Okay. The first one is gonna be this Daiwa 7-foot medium rod. Very nice rod. And I'm gonna be using the Shimano C3000. Okay. This is not a very expensive reel, anglers. You can find it there at Academy. And like I know I may be beating a dead horse, but Shimano's very good quality. Knock on wood. Normally you say something and then you have to take it back later. But the experiences that I've had with Shimano, they have been good. And what I've experienced is you can tell a lot about your gear when it's under strain. Okay, you can get a fishing pole, you can get a fishing reel, but until it's been through hell, excuse for the bad language, you won't find out what type of equipment you have. Now, for example, a reel, if you're fighting a big fish, your reel's going to be under strain. If it starts screeching, starts to seize up a little bit, then it's not a good reel. Because any new reel, when you're cranking it, it's going to be smooth. But not until it's under strain that you realize what type of quality of reel it is. Obviously, the price. You purchase a $100, $200 reel, you're gonna notice the quality. But there are some inexpensive reels and rods that do the trick. Okay, so this is the reel that I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna be using this rod combo with a popping cork. Okay. Normally, I like to use my own, and I extend the base of the popping cork. I make it longer. Okay, so when I'm casting in Arroyo City, it's gonna go further down. Instead of it being maybe 2 feet, I'll go with 2 3/4, 3 feet. But I didn't want to start fiddling with that today. So for that, I am going to use this nice popping cork. Purchased it at Walmart. And again, this is not a very good quality popping cork, as I don't know if you can see already the end of the popping cork already came off, and I barely put it on. Okay, so again, and that's because it still hasn't been in the water, it hasn't been abused. So I've used this reel once already, and but then I haven't used it on a popping cork. The next thing that I'm going to focus on, like I was telling Sam from Come On Reds, is I love how he's working the gold spoon. He's having such success on this gold spoon, and he's recommending it. If you haven't checked out Come On Red's channel, go ahead and check it out, anglers. You won't be disappointed. He always has good content there. He is having a day with the gold spoon. And I've seen, I believe his dad is also using it and having a lot of success on it. And again, I'm gonna be using it today. I do have a silver spoon, but since the gold spoon is working numbers at Arroyo, I'm gonna try it out. Once again, I am on a kayak. I'm not gonna get out there to the bay. I'm gonna be fishing off the channel. But again, this is what I'm gonna be focusing on. I'm not gonna be taking I'm not gonna be taking the spook, the top water. I'm not gonna be focusing on top water. So I'm gonna be focusing on this. Obviously, trout and red. Okay, for Come On Reds. And this one, anglers, right here. Before I move on, this is a loose spinning reel. This is it's a 300 series speed spin. What can I say about Luz? Luz is one of those that has a high quality end and a low quality end. And you can obviously tell the low quality end. You can tell. For the Shimano, you can't tell the low quality from the high quality, because the low quality does really well. Luz, on the other hand, the low quality you start noticing. Penn, the low quality you start noticing. Mitchell, the low quality you start noticing. You understand where I'm going here? When I got capsized this past weekend, this ended up in the water. And it was doing fine, but I started noticing a little bit of resistance. Okay? So, when it started to, I tried to test it out here, and it was fine. No resistance. The moment I put resistance on it, I started noticing a little bit of a grind. Not a hard grind, but some type of rubbing. And that's the rubbing that I noticed on my silver Luz that I have, that I'm not going to be using today. So those are the things that you notice when they're being tested, when they're under strain. Okay? So this one is being accompanied by the American Hero rod. It's a 6.5 rod in length. If I need to switch off the spoon and put it on the Daiwa, I'll go ahead and do that. The third rod that I'm going to use is the Daiwa. This is a 7-footer also, but this is for a bait caster. This is the bait caster rod. Excuse me. This rod right here, when you land something that's going to be fighting, it's one of the most beautiful feelings you can have on this rod. Beautiful feeling. So on this one, I'm using the Daiwa rod, 7-footer, and I'm using the Abu Garcia spinning reel, the Black Max. If you have a chance to get a Black Max, they're good. The Black Max are good. They last longer than the loose bait caster. The loose bait casters, you start noticing the backlash. The bearings start to give out quicker than they do on this one. But you have to be careful that you don't get a bird's nest here, because this is not a smart spool. The loose does have a smart spool. Okay, very little backlash to nothing. The Black Max Abu Garcia, that's its Achilles heel. Lasts quite a bit if you take care of it. If you throw it against the wind, be careful. Bird's nest. Okay, so but like again, if you're an experienced angler and you can kind of like mess with the dials and your thumb, you shouldn't have any problems. So this one right here, I'm gonna take it in case I end up wanting to stay grounded and not move around too much. If I'm gonna be grounded, I will try to catch some finger mullet. Let me take that back. No finger mullet. I want to get those big mullets, at least 5 inches, 5 to 6 inches. Put it on there. Hopefully a bigger red will come and take it. Or a trout. Okay, it has happened in the past. So I don't want to make this video too long, anglers. Again, I will be going to Arroyo City. It is supposed to be about 15 to 18 mile an hour winds. At 7, it's supposed to be 11 mile an hour winds. As long as I can get a good 3 solid hours of 11 to 12 mile an hour winds, I'm good. By noon, it's going to be around 18 miles an hour, but I'm already going to be there. Possibly, that's going to be my time to come back home. Okay. I'm using this right here. This is a pouch for your glasses, but I mean, my gear and everything, sometimes, you know, I have it all over the place. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be taking. Okay. This one, I'm going to take this soft plastic right here. Okay. It's not slip my mind. It's not a down south. I'm going to take this one. Okay. And this one. This bug right here, it's supposed to be very good. Right there. It's supposed to be very good for flounder. For flounder and red. Right there. I've seen as the RX angler, Nick, use that one right there. And he's been successful at it. So I don't want to just say I'm going to take this and that's it. I don't want to say that. Because what if I go and there's no live shrimp? Or it may be windy and I won't be able to cast this out. Okay? I'm going to have to rely on fishing from the ground. So you never just want to take, yeah, you want to carry, you want to go light, but you want to have options. Okay? You want to have options. So with that being said, if for some reason I wake up and the wind is blasting, I'm still going to go fishing. But I'm going to probably go fishing to the island, to a park that's right there at Port Isabel, where I'm going to get in the water, no kayak, wade fishing. So, you know, Port Mansfield, forget it. It's not going to work. I have my batteries charging. I have got the kayak on the truck. All I have to do is, you know, a couple of things, pack them up and everything. Thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hey, give it a like. Appreciate it. I have some more exciting videos from Anglers 48 if you want to check those out. From far Texas, Anglers 48 signing off until tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.